X Games, something that we're going to be doing now until X Games. Pretty cool little new segment.
Yo, I'm hyped for X Games. I'm hyped for X Games. They didn't cast last year.
Yeah, you didn't,
I'm excited to cast this year.
It's good.
The people will come in masses now.
I wouldn't say masses, but I mean,
they will.
We'll see.
Yo, Black Ops 3, hella hyped. Hella hyped.
It's going to be.
I was a little bit worried after yesterday. I ain't got no worries.
You were worried after yesterday?
I was worried a little bit.
Why? What were you worried about, young Matthew?
I thought they were going to go back to kind of... I thought there was a chance they go back to, like, the boring Call of Duty that everybody else, like, loves, that I don't seem to like.
No.
And I'm very happy they elected not to.
Hashtag faith for no XO?
Huh? Hashtag faith for what?
Faith for no XO?
Oh, no, those people are all stupid.
Hear that, people? You're all stupid.
Yeah, no, they just want... Those people enjoy boring stuff.
They do. Why do people have to be so boring? It's like, eh.
I feel like those are people who, like, they watch, like, the same movie over and over again.
Yep. And then...
Like, those people are just lame.
Oh, they listen to the same song for, like, a week, and it's like, bro, listen to something new.
Then he comes out, like, their favorite artist comes out with a new album. It's like, why'd you change it up since the first one? Well, because you can't just release the same thing twice, because it's stupid.
Anyway. Screw those people. We don't like those people. We're going to kick things off today with patch notes. Very, very big topic of conversation. Obviously, every time the game changes, everyone freaks. And it's like, oh my god, stuff's changing.
How much stuff changed today?
Not a lot, I'll be honest. Few really key things to note with the Xbox One update was weapon update. MK14 has an increased headshot damage multiplier. One thing which you'll notice a big change in competitive is going to be the ASM-1. Reduce the magazine size. A couple people started freaking out about that. I don't think it's going to be as crazy. I don't know. People are just like, oh, you know, they keep trying to nerf the ASM-1. Doesn't need a nerf.
Oh, no. I only have 35 bullets now. What?
Right.
I desperately needed almost 50 bullets in a clip of a submachine gun to kill somebody. Come on, man.
It's kind of weird. I think people worried more in terms of the uplink carrier.
Really?
Yeah, that's the general sort of notion I've seen.
I mean, if you hit your shots, you don't have to worry.
Yeah, but most people miss.
You have 35 bullets.
You still have a lot of bullets.
You still have 35 bullets.
Backcheck, decreased initial recoil, decreased aim down sight time. The EPM3 increased the headshot damage multiplier, decreased the heat buildup when firing.
So it made it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Made it more viable.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I get out of that. We saw a few players use it. We saw Clay use it a little bit. We saw Aqua use it a bit. I wonder if they bring it out now.
I think
add to some stuff.
If there was a time to bring it out, I think it would be now, right? If you've already used it in the past and you want to experiment with it a little bit now, this could be the perfect time to really just come on and get a little bit adventurous with your weapon choices. I think one thing to really note, though, the ASM-1, don't really expect this change to have any effect at all.
If you are complaining, Christopher Puckett joining us over here at the desk.
What's up, Chris?
Yeah.
Chris, you're pretty good at video games, right?
Real good.
Okay. If you are complaining over the fact that your gun goes from having 45 bullets to 35, what's wrong with you?
You're planning on killing too many people with the same clip.
Or you're just not hitting enough people with your clip.
Yeah, or you're missing quite a bit.
Right.
So I actually had that question. I see like Detroit Hardpoint being affected most by this, and just seeing how often people spam garage, how often they spam in green as well as yellow before rotating. Will they run out of ammo, and is this now a problem for people who would normally hold the hills in those tight areas with the ASM-1, or do they never get through their clip
I think it makes the game more skillful, because what we saw now, like on a map like Detroit, like hill number 1, right? If you have 45 bullets in that gun, you can just pre-fire everything. You don't have to do anything. You can literally hold down your trigger for about 30 to 40 seconds, just spamming the doorways, and that was it. Like, you're not going to be able, I mean, you can still do it with 35 bullets, but not to the extent that you did with 45.
I think the biggest change will be comeback uplink, to be honest with you.
Comeback?
I think uplink's a game type where it's going to have a big effect, because you already see people run out of ammo when they're trying to shoot the drone carrier. Now I think you're going to see even more, because you're never going to have that case where, let's say, Detroit uplink, right?
I'll argue
let's
that,
say,
though.
No, let's say Detroit uplink. You're making your way towards the initial satellite drone respawn area. You kill one, you kill the second guy, third player dips in, picks up the drone, you're trying to shoot, you're going to run out of ammo. That's just going to happen.
I think on a map like Comeback, or just uplink in general, I think you'll actually see probably on most maps now, I think you'll probably see 2 battles from each team.
Yeah.
Danae was doing it a lot. I think now with this, it'll definitely take a map like
Detroit.
Comeback and maybe even Detroit.
What about IMR?
Right, maybe an IMR and a BAL. That's like a possibility as well.
Does
IMR holds
You're
class.
not going to see an IMR. You think?
You already see lots of IMRs right now.
I've seen a ton of it lately. That seems to be kind of
It's the current trend. Is the IMR right now? People trying to get fancy with it and whatnot. But
Right.
I think online definitely at LAN. I don't see why not. We saw players from TR experiment with the IMR on Detroit uplink, and we were kind of like, "Don't be silly, what are you doing?" And next thing you know, they're out here dropping like 40 kills.
Right.
You're like, "Okay then."
That makes sense. This gun is
Worked out
great
pretty
at range.
well for you right there. So I honestly think you could be right, but I don't think changing the clip by 10 bullets is that much of a nerf. Everyone's freaking out like, "Oh, they keep trying to nerf the SMG. Oh no, now I can't use my SMG." It's really not that big of a deal.
I mean, here's kind of another question for the both of you. Are you a fan of nerfing things or keeping things the same and just kind of overall buffing everything else?
The kill speed is so fast already.
Well, the kill speed's fast on every gun.
Right.
Already.
That's the time to kill in the game. It's just ridiculously, like we talked about, it's almost the same as Ghost. I feel like people don't realize
it's
that.
the same as Ghost.
People just don't realize it. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, you just kill someone pretty quick. But I'm a fan of nerfing.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of updating. This is the thing. I think the more the game gets updated, the better, because it forces people to change the way they play and think more about how the game develops that way.
They also changed some of the spawns.
That's the huge one. So I
That's one of
printed
the
that
things
one
you
out.
wanted, yeah.
I was actually in the player chat, and Tej was like, "Guys, anyone want to get on and test the new update before our matches tonight?"
So one of the big updates on Detroit is actually going to be, you'll see less garage spawns, more pit spawns. So people are going to be spawning pit a lot more often. How that's going to affect uplink, basically spawning close to the drone, you can just double jump, throw a stun. Not sure I'm a fan of that, I'll be honest. I didn't really think you needed to touch the Detroit uplink spawns that much. Hardpoint, I know they tweaked a couple of spawns there as well. The big thing for me though is CTF.
Now, where did you see the different spawn breakdown? Because that's what I'd be interested in.
You players were talking about it?
Players talking about it. Ask a couple of questions. This is the intel.
See,
that I
it's like
managed to gather.
it's odd because it's like, okay, you fix various spawning logic for these maps, right? Or modes, whatnot. So do you change the spawns to make them more consistent, or do you change spawns to force more action around the map? That's what I'm kind of questioning. Because the way you kind of just put it is that they change it to force more action towards the middle of the map.
See, that's what you would think, but I think they changed it to make it more consistent because the spawn logic is done for 6v6.
Right.
So
Right.
you're adding 4 extra people on the map at every time when you tweak a spawn in Call of Duty. Like, that's changing. Like, the game that we see it is completely different to the game as the developers will see. Because they'll look at heat maps and be like, yeah, I mean, this is crowded. We need to change the spawn over here and make it more balanced. Whereas in competitive play, that completely changes everything to the point where it's like, oh, well, now it's the most unbalanced thing
You
in the
would
game.
rarely see a pit spawn in this.
Uplink, Hardpoint, and CTF are 3 of the 5 modes they're going to be changing it for.
I'm glad about
Which
CTF.
game mode does it affect the most, and which game mode could benefit the most from this change?
CTF 100% benefits the most, as long as the spawns have been changed properly, because the spawns in CTF are just
Exciting.
interesting. I think is in every single map. That's the thing. In every single map, you can have a moment where you're watching and you're like, that was a question.
So let's go to Ascend. Just break it down there. What would you update about Ascend spawns?
Ascend spawn, I think you should be spawning close to your home flag more of the time, because too many times you'll see people spawn bottom
There are
tunnel.
some times where you will spawn
you
all the
spawn
way up
halfway
on
towards
the
it.
light side,
Right.
and you're halfway up the map.
Yeah, past halfway. Same with tunnel side. It's what I think CTF needs more than just a spawn fix though. I think that needs a respawn fix as well.
I still get back to it. It's not a issue with the spawns or anything.
It's just the way the game is played.
The way the game is played on CTF.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you remember like Halo, like CTF. In COD, you get punished for being offensive because basically they just put they put 3 people.
Which doesn't make sense. It's like, okay.
You put 3 people in your base. You have one person like a nade shot or an enable. Like they get onto the other team side of the map. You kill 2 in your base. They win 1 gunfight in the opposing team spawn. Pull the flag. Done. It's over. It's a cap. So why do you go on the offensive? That's why CTF seems so slow in Call of Duty.
Right.
But
because the time to kill so fast. It's just the way it's gonna be.
Honestly, I want to see someone experiment with 7.5 respawn delay. I think that fixes so many things in CTF. So many things. All those dodgy, inconsistent spawns in that extra 2.5 seconds, someone is blocking that spawn.
I still get back. It's not an issue with the spawns. It's the way the game's played.
Yeah, yes,
Spawns
but
are still kind of iffy, but if both teams are on the offensive, it doesn't really.
But either way, there's no way you should spawn halfway up the map.
No,
Which
I
is like the big kind of like flag on the play.
Right.
Like you look at that, you can do it in Biolab, you can do it in Ascend, even Retreat to an extent. The benefit there is the verticality of the map.
Right.
Spawning
You're
too far
way
low, yeah, okay, but you're still, if you look at it just as like a piece of paper, you're still spawning halfway up the map. It's very, very weird.
It has to be extremely. I couldn't imagine making spawns for a game like this because the players are moving so fast. So it's like, okay, the game
Right, the
thinks
spawn
you're
logic's-
going this way, and then
Right,
you
right.
immediately decide to dash that way,
Right.
and it changes like 2 different spawns for
I think-
people across the map. It has to be one of the most insane jobs ever.
I feel like they should have maybe thought more about the flag placement in the game. What I mean by that is, in a game like this, I feel like the flag should have like some depth to it. There should be like something else further behind it, so that if you do get 3 or 4 down, you can be full spawned onto the very back of your flag. Some kind of spawn logic like that. That kind of makes some sense.
But I feel like they've gone away from that in Call of Duty because you can't really
You can't spawn
trap
Yeah,
people.
but I feel like you should be able to. If you're talented enough to be able to put a team in a spawn trap, you deserve to be able to kill them again.
I agree. I love that.
We're competitive, of course. We're gonna say this, and they're gonna argue with
The kid in pubs going
98% of the
0-40
kids
is
to
going to
it.
hate
Right,
that.
but that's the thing though. Like, again, the spawns are made for 6v6. Like, you could still do a spawn trap in a 6v6, but have like a spawn out kind of contingency plan. That's just how I feel about it.
And then you would rage when you saw that person spawn out in the contingency.
No, but you would know. But that's what I'm saying. You would know. Like, if
Okay.
you have someone in a set spawn trap, let's say you kill 2 waves, right? You know, on that 3rd wave, someone's spawning out.
The issue another thing with the spawns as well. It's like a game like Black Ops 2, you can block spawns by like directly just like kind of like being in that line of sight, like anywhere. AW, are you moving so fast, so you may end
Your line
up
of sight
blocking something that you don't even intend to block by just kind of passing by
and you
it.
unblock something
And
without
then you
meaning
right,
to.
and then you don't mean to, and then the guy. That's why the guy like I'm here, and Puckett spawns right there, and it's like how did he spawn right there next to me?
You were looking
It's
away,
because
man.
Because maybe I just dashed right by and I didn't block it when I thought I was, and then that happened. It's
I'm curious to see
it's pretty
exactly
confusing.
how much they changed in terms of spawns, because I know every change up until now, spawn-wise, has been very, very small, gradual little tweaks. They haven't done anything where you've sat there and gone, oh my.
Total overall.
Woo! I used to spawn like all the way back over there. Now I'm on the opposite side of the map. They haven't done anything crazy like that. It's just been very, very small tweaks.
How does it read exactly in the patch notes?
Adjusted various spawn logic for domination, momentum, capture the flag, hardpoint, and uplink game modes.
That's as vague as you can be. Various spawning logic.
Right. That could be anything.
Might be one change in a single one of those game modes. Right. It might be a total overhaul.
I
The
think it'll be a
last time
total
they said
overhaul.
something like this, it's when we started to get green spawns on both sides on uplink comeback. Remember the last spawn patch?
Wasn't that?
That's when
Didn't
we
they
started to
directly
get
say that
these.
though? I thought
No.
they directly talked
no, it was
about
it was a various,
vague as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
was it really?
very. It's like a super.
But you
generic kind
look
of-
at that patch and you're like, okay, well that fixed it.
right.
That made uplink comeback viable to be successful.
Okay,
on
but
both
here,
sides.
then you're looking at it from looking post that patch to now, and you're a developer, and you see, okay, everyone's just force spawning these people over there. Now, is that technically broken? So does that need to get fixed?
I was gonna say, has there ever been
Good
a
point.
patch so
Right.
far that you guys think has taken the game backwards a step rather than forward?
No, I think
With
Sledge has
this
done a pretty
one,
good job with
AW?
it.
They've done a
Yeah,
really
no,
good job of
Sledge's
staying
done
on
a
top
pretty
of
good
it.
job.
Yeah, I think people were kind of worried when the general public were worried when the ASM1 kind of lost its passive of shooting quick, but then I think everyone else kind of looked at it as like, thank God, you know, now,
Yeah.
now the gun is actually fair.
So many people are going to be worried over not having those 10 extra bullets now.
Bro,
I
I'm
don't know
telling
what's
you,
gonna happen.
man, those 10 extra bullets.
Oh,
You got
man.
windy
A lot
aim.
of
you
bullets,
need 'em.
man.
It's a big part of your clip when you think about it.
You know, I'm just gonna.
So
miss-
that's 20
I'm
that's
only gonna
almost
be able to
20%
miss
of your
20
clip
shots
is gone.
now. I'm only gonna be able to miss 20 shots before I,
I
can
mean,
kill 4
you
people.
can't play without context on anyway, so that really doesn't make any difference. You're
very
like
true.
blind. You can't see things.
I can
So
barely.
that's-
Yeah, I can barely see.
That's fine.
Any other updates in this patch that you think will affect the competitive side?
I think the EPM3, maybe we see a couple more. Obviously, just to go back to that, increase the headshot damage multiplier, decrease the heat buildup when firing. So it's definitely more viable. We already saw players like Clay and Aqua experiment with it and do very, very well with it. So maybe they bust that out a little bit more. Still don't think it's something which is reliable. I think it's kind of like a very situational first hill on maybe like solo, maybe on retreat, that kind of a weapon. Surprised they didn't tweak any more of the SMGs. Would have liked to see maybe the KF5 have a little bit of a buff. Make something else very viable, because right now it's kind of like with the ARs, you can use the BAL, maybe the AK-12, the IMR. If I say what SMG you rocking, like, who's going to say anything other than
The MK14 could be interesting.
Yeah.
We've seen some players experiment with it.
I've never seen anyone do. I've never seen anyone do well with it. Have you?
Right. No, because it took 3 or 4 shots to kill somebody. But if they did a headshot damage multiplier, what is that? Like, what is that multiplier? Does that kill? Right. Does that drop somebody in 2 shots like a foul now?
Ooh.
Right? Because
it's
like a 3-shot. It was like a 3-shot kill already. It was like a 3-shot kill already.
Was
so
it
you
3?
Figure
Yeah, it was 3.
It's like you increase that.
Maybe it's a headshot and a leg
A
shot.
headshot and a body shot to kill somebody. I would imagine somebody's gonna try that.
But then with the pace of the game, like, how realistic is it that someone's gonna like?
We see the IMR being used at
It's really easy, right?
We see the IMR being used at range.
But
you can hit somebody with 2 shots and kill them.
2 bursts.
Right, but I'm saying if you use it to hit somebody with a body shot and a headshot done.
Yeah, it's kind of powerful.
You'd have Clay shooting this whole clip.
Set up
to see if you can you get into it?
Of course I do. Do I have
Take that controller, young Benson.
Yeah. I was gonna say, go to firing range with this.
Yeah, take some bots out.
I mean, firing range is pretty inconsistent though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you
fight some bots. Fight some bots.
You shoot someone like 5 times in the head, doesn't die. You're like, yo, bro,
Yeah.
come on. Give me a break. What do you want to see experimented then? The MK?
The MK.
Or the
I want to see the MK. I don't even want to see the EPM3. I want to see the MK and the Pytech.
The Pytech? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we actually seen the Pytech?
0.
Who was I playing with
A
that
grand
told me
total
to go into a firing range with the Pytech?
No one.
Was it Jack
Because
or it was either Damon or Jack.
All right, Damon, I trust. Jack, no.
No.
Was one
Just
of the two.
I draw the line there.
Jack, sorry, we don't trust him.
I've
He's bad.
played.
Jack is so bad.
I played with Jack. You played with Jack. You've seen Jack. It's just it doesn't happen at all.
Wow. Jack's that bad, huh?
He's pretty.
He's no naughty to give.
That's very true. No one is. Anyway.
Not one of the banana boys. Anyway.
Bananas.
Back up. Hashtag.
Hashtag bananas.
Anyway.
I think the MK14 could be interesting for some players.
Who?
Like Clay. The player.
Formal?
Like Formal. Yeah.
Anyone who just has that steady shot.
Aqua would definitely try
I
it.
just feel like the BAL is always going to be kind of like that.
The BAL is great because it works at every range.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And it's like fully automatic.
Okay,
in a
so
game where someone can double jump and dash to the right,
So
if
let's
you're
say
using a
this
single
is being
shotgun,
like extremely like hypothetical. I haven't even seen the game
Super
played.
hypothetical.
Let's say they change the hardpoint spawns with this various spawn logic adjustment.
well, they've
To
definitely changed a few of them.
Right. To maybe make them a little bit further. Maybe you have to rotate a little bit more, create some more long-range gunfights. Then you have this updated MK single-shot weapon that's great at range, or an IMR. Then it becomes more viable,
Picking people off.
right?
I would still favor the IMR though.
How?
Dude, the IMR is good.
All right, try the MK14. Your game updated.
Yeah, update your stuff.
I
faster.
got you. Don't
You're
worry.
so slow, Benson.
If you could just make it work instantly.
I'm out here trying to
that'd be
do
fantastic.
the best job I possibly can.
You're still on your EU connection. It's so slow.
Dude, it really is. That ping, that latency lag, man. It's.
So I don't play with you anymore. You lag so much.
I know, it's ridiculous. Just don't let me host.
Yeah.
Now, how much have you guys played the new maps from DLC? Because I know the pros and the Pro League.
I
we
attempted
haven't
to.
touched it
I
nearly
attempted
enough.
to.
I played it a lot.
I played a chop shop hardpoint. The people who
sounds
watched were not a fan.
Interesting.
I played a climate search and destroy.
Okay.
Climate's okay.
Yo, I played perplexed hardpoint. I had fun.
Not so
Stop.
I had fun.
Perplex
Stop.
Uplink was highly entertaining to watch.
But the goals are like in like 30 feet in the sky. That's the
Exactly.
only part of it.
You
that-
EMP someone on that
I
map,
was
they
like,
are
could
done.
you imagine just standing atop the whole time?
If it was
shooting
up to
down
me
at
and
people?
Puckett, there would be many different game modes.
With riot shields and bananas and stuff.
Jordan, you're all out of control.
Definitely a rocket launcher.
Oh yeah, I would 100% force people to play with streaks. As
All
well.
right, so let's experiment then.
All right.
We can go to Young Benson screen.
Young Benson.
I'm gonna
Throw
change-
on,
I'm gonna
an
change this class.
MK14. What kind of class is
Let me
this?
see this. Let me see this MK.
Yeah. What kind of class is this?
Me and Chance 1v1 spike drone only.
How'd that go?
I won.
That must have been extremely entertaining. Let's see. Throw on stock.
It was actually.
Throw on quick draw.
Full grip maybe.
Nah. 4 grips for children.
Red dot thermal.
I was gonna say like.
Yo, I want to go with the thermal. I'm just
We'll see what happens.
maybe this comes like into like a.
Okay, headshot, body shot.
Oh,
This is kind of what I said. Yeah.
That's so slow though. Do it fast. Do it fast.
No, but that's
Let me see
no.
how
I'm
fast you
doing
do
I'm
it.
doing
Give
it
me it.
slow so you can see like the.
Give me this back.
Hold on, wait. Look. So this is a headshot. I'm gonna shoot this guy in the arm.
Yo, now I'm excited. This looks really broken. Give me this.
How many? Wait, how many? How many? Wait, hold on. How many?
Three to the body.
1, 2, 3,
Oh my God.
4.
4 to the body.
Okay, so here.
No, that was 4 to the foot.
Just okay.
Take off red.
Yeah, I wanna see- take off
put red
thermal.
dot. Put on red dot. Yeah, I think we
Let's
done.
throw on 4 gram. Let's try what it looks
Why?
like.
I thought you said full grip was for.
I just want to see how much it
How
jumps.
accurate is it?
Yeah.
Dude, you want to run a red dot on that. Well, Matt Dungum broke the game.
Yo, the foul is back. Parasite. Get ready, son.
Oh my. There's
Yo.
no recoil at all.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Yo,
There's
Clay
no
and
recoil.
Parasite's career.
It doesn't move. Oh, let's start up a game of bots.
Hold on, wait. Would it be
is
worth it? Wait,
scary.
before you do. Take,
This is
take
scary.
full grip off
Uh-huh.
and see the difference, because it may. What about extended mags?
Boys, I'm gonna leave you here.
If you were experimenting with extended mags instead, then you basically have the bow. See how it recoils without full grip. Just hit stop. Oh.
No, hold on. I'm making a class.
No, you just quickly test it. Just test it real quick, because you may need it. You may need full grip. You're really gonna go full on class on you.
Yeah, let's just try it.
Just hit stop. Just hit stop real quick. No, there's no bots in the game.
Yeah, there is. I put bots in.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. You should have just quickly tested that before.
I want to see what this is
I
like.
love how you like stood up. Matt, so when you know when Matt gets super serious because he stands up and he's like, all right, try hard time. He's like, yo, I'm like super focused in on the screen. This is serious
Yeah,
stuff.
it's very serious.
Because Matt Dungan.
Guys, go pub with
broke
this.
the
Break
game.
the game.
Up. Banter. There you go.
Free for all.
It looks like an M1.
Does.
Garen?
Everyone Garen. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's so funny. Really? Do you like my unicorn, by the way?
Where?
My unicorn's
Oh,
beautiful.
wow. Yeah, it's beautiful. I didn't even notice.
Lock in, gentlemen.
A very light
Let's
pale
get to
pink. You
work.
should have put radar always on.
Yeah.
He was weak. That was basically a 3-shot. I just love you headshot the guy once. So it looks like it's a 3-shot, no headshot.
Yeah, reload
And,
pretty quick.
I realized real quick.
I have 30 bullets in this, by the way.
That's with extended, right?
Yeah.
So you get an extra 10 bullets.
And it doesn't even, like, move when you shoot. I want to get shot and shoot somebody back. Where are these guys? Oh, just got beat down by a bot.
Nice.
Probably embarrassing.
I feel like Clay, Parasite, those type of players could have some fun here. He went left. Yo, turn on this fool. Yeah, your
Oh, I
accuracy
missed.
is awful.
Here, you try and shoot it. I think it's pretty good. I
You
think
think
it
it's
drops
good?
you pretty quick.
See, I've never been a fan of single shotguns, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not even very slow with it either. Did you put lightweight on?
Yeah. Oh, that guy.
Just,
He just obviously cheating.
people connecting.
People are connecting. That's.
See, I'm awful with single shot.
Yeah, you're pretty slow.
I'm really bad. I've never really been a fan of them. But for players who could be pretty good with single shotguns, let me try and line up the. Ooh. No, I just want to headshot the guy. Never mind. Anyway,
I can totally see somebody at least trying it.
will it work though?
I don't know. To me, like I could shoot the bow like really. No, not the bow. The foul. Like I could shoot the foul like really fast. Yo, the meat and potatoes version of the XMGs. I definitely need that.
Interesting.
I could shoot the foul like really, really fast. Like, unbelievably
I
fast.
feel like plays like Parasite.
That it feels like it's limited. Like the foul, like the rate of fire wasn't limited. This it feels
Spot
like
it.
it's
Go,
This
just-
it feels like it's like limited. Like
Oh.
even when I try and shoot it in firing range, it feels like it's limiting the gun. Because you can do that. You can build it into the game where they limit it. Well, just hit YY.
Whoa.
There. Magic. Magic. I know.
That was weird.
Yeah.
So you think it's like limited?
Yeah, I think it's limited.
Try and do it as quickly as you can.
I don't think you can shoot it as
Hold on,
fast
I know,
as-
I know. Right, try and get rid of the clip. Now, go. We'll time how long it takes you to do it. Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's limited.
It
I'm
feels like
hitting
you
it.
slow it.
Like I'm hitting it double the like the taps, and it's not firing. See, like it has that like
yeah,
hitch to
a
it.
little bit of a delay. Kind of maxes out. Still though, I mean, I feel like it's good. Keeps it somewhat balanced.
Like I'm hitting it like unbelievably fast, and it's not like. Yeah,
I feel like
hitches no matter what.
you see it, it
No,
goes like
'cause
high.
it,
and then
ski-
slows.
it skips one. Like it skips one. Like when I'm hitting it. Like watch. Like just watch my hand when I'm doing it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Right there, it like skips.
It, like, it
doesn't.
bugs.
It doesn't let you hit it.
Weird.
It's weird.
Well, maybe we see players experiment with it.
Yeah.
I hope so, because I'm all for seeing new, fun, awesome,
Interesting
shiny
mechanic to
things.
limit a gun like that.
I think it stops things like modded controllers. where
That's-
you just
no,
gotta
that's
put a
why
little
it is.
button.
That's why it is
Right, because it's
built
just
in.
like, goddamn, gets
Yeah.
crazy. Anyway, for now, quick commercial break. When we return, myself and young Matthew are going to be talking all things Black Ops 3.
So hyped.
And giving you our
Robots!
insights and intel. Yeah, intel.
It's you